What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if this is your first time. If you like all things EDC, if you like training, if you like learning how to shoot, if you like gun and gear reviews, go ahead and subscribe down below. If there's any comments that you have, you know what to do. Comment, like, share, subscribe, all them good things. Let's get right into it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time. So in this video, I want to go over two well-known concepts, but a lot of beginner shooters don't know. So I want to start doing a lot of videos for beginner shooters who are getting into the game. Obviously through coronavirus, through permitless carry that just passed this past year in 2023, the gun sales and gun carrying law-abiding citizens have multiplied. There's a lot more people carrying. There's a lot more people willing to arm themselves, train, and get ready to protect their lives and their loved ones. So yay for that. Freedom can be scary, but freedom is always necessary. So I want to start doing more training videos for the common folk, the general masses, just so people can get off on the right foot. I am a certified NRA instructor, but I say that humbly. I just like to teach people. I like to show people anything that I know. I like to teach to them in the same way I learned it. I didn't create none of this. I didn't invent any of this. So I like to pass it on to you guys for the sake of learning and getting better. The more people carry, the better it is. The more protected people are, and the less victims we have. So let's get right into it. I wanted to go over these two concepts known as prepping your trigger and riding the reset. Prepping the trigger is obviously short for preparing the trigger. So obviously it comes before the shot. So as we have here, we have the Glock 48 MOS. Obviously she's safe. She doesn't even have a magazine in her. So when you have a pistol in your hand, every pistol, for the most part, not all pistols, but for the most part, have this little extra space of travel before you break a shot. That's the pre-travel, okay? So you don't want to have to deal with this through every shot. So prepping the trigger involves just basically this, getting to this wall. Obviously, see that wall there? Once you hit that wall, that's where the actual shot breaks. Okay, so you only want to have to deal with this portion of the trigger. So prepping the trigger is before every shot, you want to bring your finger right back to that point there. All this travel here, the further you move your finger back and forth, the more distance you move back and forth, the greater the chance you have of making a mistake. But if you keep your finger obviously from here to here, you have a more consistent basis to shoot back to back, and you have a more consistent platform to be consistent. So it helps you shoot better, and it also cuts down on time. You can have quicker follow-up shots. It's less you got to deal with getting your finger all the way back, getting it back on. And in that motion, chances are you're not going to land your finger the same. You're going to give uneven pressure pulling back, because the key to pulling straight back on a trigger is just that, straight back. So if I keep my finger on there without getting off, I can give consistent results and consistent pressure and consistent pulls. So that helps in that aspect. The other concept is riding the reset. So what is riding the reset? Obviously the reset in your pistol is this thing here. So that means your trigger has reset, it's ready to shoot again. So if you were to do this, go here and pull again, nothing's happening there. You have to let it all the way out and reset it. So your trigger's resetting for the next shot. Here, nothing. Here, that's when you're ready to shoot. So riding the reset is exactly what it says to be. So riding the reset is after every shot, you want to let out to just right there. You don't want, like I said, you don't want to deal with all this. You want to just let out to there. Boom. See that? I only have to play with that distance there. So you want to ride the reset out. Boom. Come to right there. Okay. Why do you want to ride the reset? Because it cuts down on time the same way prepping the trigger does. So that's riding the reset. But another thing that can make it just as helpful, or makes it so much more helpful to ride the reset, is when you ride the reset, or when you do the reset. You don't want to, as many people do, they take their shots. Let's say you take your shot, they wait till the gun settles back down, they let out, and then they shoot again. What you want to do is, as you let out your shot, boom, you let your shot out. As the gun is recoiling up, coming back down, you want to let out, and boom, I've already prepped my trigger right to the wall. So I'm riding the reset so that all this extra pre-play here, I don't have to deal with. So as my shot is settling from that last shot, I'm already back on the wall, ready to shoot. So by the time the gun comes back down, all I have to do is make sure that either my red dot or my sights, whatever kind of sighting option you're doing, it's right back on the target. Boom, I'm ready to go. I don't have to sit there and wait. But what many people do is they break the shot, gun cycles, they come up, boom, they let it sit back down, they line up their sights, they reset, then they come back in. Rather than, boom, I broke the shot, as it's coming up, I'm here, boom, I'm already reset on my wall before I even come back down. So in reality, in real life, with the breaking of the shot and obviously the sound of the bullet going off or the round going off, you shouldn't be able to hear that tactile reset. You shouldn't even be able to hear that famous click. By the time that bullet goes off and the sound has all settled, you should have already reset and back on the trigger. That way you can have faster follow-up shots. And honestly, you won't even try to shoot so hard, but it'll look to other people as if you're shooting fast, and you're really not. It's just you're taking care of two things at once. You're managing recoil. As you're managing that recoil, even though if you manage it, you're gonna have a lot less time to get it done if you manage it correctly. But in that little bit of time, and this happens in fractions of seconds. So as you break the shot and that gun goes back up, boom, I'm back on the reset, I'm back on the trigger, bam, ready to break the next shot. So that's why I like riding the reset, prepping the trigger. Those are two little concepts that are very small, very simple things, but they will lead to much better shots and they will lead to much better technique. So that's what I got for you today. Comment down below what you guys think. What do you guys do? Did you even do that before? Is that something you're gonna do from now on? I was trying to keep this video short and sweet for you guys. So until next time, get armed, get trained, stay informed. I love you guys. Jesus Christ is King. He's the only hope of salvation. It's not just this life, but it's also the next life. He died for you to give you eternal life. So turn to him. There is only hope and salvation in Jesus Christ. I love you guys. Until the next one. Bye.